Sorry, I heard like rustling. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, guys, hello everyone. My name is Jaybird, and welcome back to AIRIS. Without any further ado, let's just jump into it. Okay. All right. The carriage finally skids to a stop. I hop out with Lal and Teddy, my eyes darting from side to side. As I process the sight before me, storms bulldozing through the towns, monsters skulking the lands and howling, and denizens flailing around haphazardly, trying to defend themselves with what pitiful attempts at weapons they own, I suck in a breath and wince. There are a group of knights in front of the entrance, their arms outspread in defense, small groups of people huddled together behind them, trembling in fear. You're the reinforcements? Do you have to ask? Of course. Good. We didn't.
The warriors of our town, they...
An old woman bends down and hugs the child, whispering consolations in his ear. A knight shakes his head, fatigue clouding his features. Survivors must be taken to the nearest gate to the town. Do not let them wander off alone. Do not let them leave. Kill all the monsters, or try to. He spits at the ground and shakes his head. I fret as he continues to speak. Most of us already know the procedures by heart. He's wasting time. People are dying inside as we speak. But it's better to be safe than sorry, I suppose, and the determination with which he says his words does seem to comfort the survivors some. In any case, arguing with him or rushing in before he finishes will only mean a further delay. They'll just return anyway, but at least it'll buy time. Mother of souls, I miss the days when they'd die and stay dead. I scoff at his words. Yeah, well, back in those days, the monsters didn't attack us either. Surveying the other carriages one last time, I count half a dozen, means around a dozen warriors are here, tops. Is it enough? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Don't bother trying to fend them off and sending them elsewhere. That wastes valuable time that should be spent finding and protecting survivors, understood? Understood! As soon as the knight nods and gestures us in, the others begin their mad dash into the fray, their battle cries piercing through the skies. My sword unsheathes with a dull clang, and Lal nods towards me and swallows. Ready? Always. We join the foray, ducking past the torrent of magic from allies and beasts alike. Opaque gusts of ash, dirt, and metal shards whip around in the air, ripping through all they devour and almost swallowing Lyle. I shove them away. We tumble on the ground just as a beast growls and pounces on us. Alien, no! Teddy growls and leaps, tearing at the beast's throat with her teeth. I mumble thanks. Grunting, I spin up my torso. What? And sword while Teddy distracts the beast. Steel slices flesh only slightly. I grit my teeth, expending more effort, pushing farther and harder as the beast snarls and claws into me in. The light erupts behind my eyes just as a deafening pop fills my ears. The monster poofs into smoke. From behind me comes another pop. I hobble around and through my blurred vision see flakes of ice crashing into the ground from the cloud of smoke that's begun to disperse. My ears ring for seconds more. You, huh? Thanks. Wouldn't have been able if you hadn't saved me first. Are you okay, though? You're bleeding. I've been through worse, and you know it. Let's get going. Lal frowns at me in worry before refocusing on their enhancements and buffs. As soon as they finish, prisma-colored auras of energy envelop us, and they change the focus of their magic. Globs of green water rain from the sky, embracing and trapping the storms as they splatter to the ground. For an hour, 2 hours longer, Lyle and I dash deeper into the towns, and scour through all the houses, desperate to save as many people as we can. The air slowly begins to clear, and the last of the storms flicker away, allowing us unobstructed view of our surroundings. Few monsters remain, and they are immediately defeated by the closest warriors. For the most part, our job here is done, although we must keep looking around some more just in case. The buildings have been obliterated, cracked and fallen where they haven't exploded, and corpses litter the streets. They are few in number, thank the Mother of Souls, but that people have died at all. I shuddered and swallowed back tears. Teddy is uncharacteristically quiet. I glance down at her, and she's hugging herself tight. I lift her up into an embrace, and she doesn't shy away. I rock her back and forth. She shudders, then collapses in my arms. Bending forward, I set her down, letting her back across a tree. She deserves to rest. The monsters will no doubt return to life in a few hours to days, whether here in the towns or nearby, and I squeeze my eyes shut in dread. These attacks are endless. We trudge through the towns and continue to look for survivors as we speak. Our pace has slowed now that the initial wave of danger is over. Lau sighs, and it takes him a good minute to finally speak up. Yes. I can't wait for the day when the guilds and warriors are no longer needed. Doubt there's any warrior who disagrees with that sentiment. Ironically enough, none of us want anything more than for all of us to get fired, and soon. I glance back at them and belatedly realize how much they're trembling. They look almost feverish, especially under the distorted lights that remain from the endless magic casted. At first, I remain silent. The deaths and destructions of the town have tormented us for years now, but no matter how many deaths we see, it's never something we quite grow used to. Lau's feelings and reactions echo my own, and we've learned to let each other grieve in silence until some time has passed, allowing us small but necessary distance from the calamities. But they continue to tremble, tremors coursing through their body at irregular intervals. This is no typical sense of regret and sorrow. I stop in my tracks. Are you all right?
Yes, of course. As always.
You don't look it, you know?
It's the same as usual, you know, the stress. All the deaths are starting to get to me.
That can't be all. We've been through similar quests before, and you've never reacted so...
It's me. It's me, my past.
At those words, my past, I suddenly feel the memories of my own past wash over me, and I drown in them. Can't breathe. A beat later, my heart sputters, and then I'm perfectly fine. I can hardly recall the memory at all, even when I tried to figure out why it affected me so badly. Odd. What in the world just happened to me?
Something similar happened to me.
Just silence. Okay.
When I lost my home.
I stifle a gasp at their confession. We may have been friends for practically a decade, but they have never uttered a word about their past before. For whatever reason, there always been an implicit agreement between us that we'd share painful experiences and any tragedies we faced during our lives as vassals, but that anything from before our joining the guild would be strictly off limits. Lyle knows about my history, of course. They were one of the warriors who came to save my village from the bandits. But they've never asked for more details than what they already knew, which I've always been grateful for, though they have always offered me reassurances and comfort. Meanwhile, I've always known something happened in their past because they've been a vassal since they were far too young, because they've never once mentioned their family. But it's one of the things we still haven't talked about to each other, even now. They swallow once, twice, and their eyes refuse to stay still. If you want to talk about it, you can. They hesitate, then shake their head. No, it's all right. We have a mission to focus on after all. But the destruction of my own town, it was just like this, except worse. Because it was one of the first towns to go. We didn't have the precautionary measures we do now, and we had no way of reaching out to the other towns for help.
The monsters. Some of the monsters we defeated today were the same type that came to our town. I'm sure they weren't the exact same ones, of course, just the same species, but I
reach out and take their hand, and we squeeze each other, trying to take solace in each other's presence. Tears have welled up in their eyes, although they tilt their head back, refusing to let the tears fall. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It wasn't your fault. It's not like you didn't go through something similar.
I can't think about that right now. I don't want to. I can't afford to. Anyway, I suppose things will be like this for a long, long time. Why do I have to yawn in the most tense of moments? God. I ruined the moment.
Probably. If only we knew how to cure the plague on the monsters. If only.
But I think we all know at this point that it's only wishful thinking. No one knows why the monsters came to attack us or how they came to revive constantly, never to die, but, well, they did.
Actually, I know. I think we all know at this point. But it's okay, they don't know yet. But they will. Probably.
And I suspect AIRIS won't see the end of it until long after we've died. Lao's eyes glaze over as they think, their trembles refusing to subside.
I don't even know anymore.
You know what?
Most days there's nothing I want more than to avenge the deaths and suffering of everyone in this world, but at the same time, it's all futile, really. All our efforts. Sure, we save lives every once in a blue moon, but for the most part, people die, and the survivors are forced to lead the rest of their lives filled with misery and grief, hopelessness. Some days I almost want to give up, to let things be. Is there even a point to trying to do anything?
Lyle, you make me want to put the freaking suicide hotline in the description. I should have done that last episode. You know what? I might go back and do that. What am I supposed to say? How can I reassure Lyle? We can overcome our struggles. We must avenge those dear to us. We can't give up, but I feel the same way. We must avenge those dear to us. Okay.
You think so?
You said so yourself. So many people around us, and us too, are suffering. Those of us who aren't dead are dying, that is. We can't stop. We can't let the monsters win. At first I struggle to find the right words, and I'm forming my thoughts as I speak. But as I continue talking, I realize my words are right, and they embed a newfound confidence and sense of determination into me. We'll find a way to stop them for good. Maybe we'll even find a way to make them pay, the ones who were most responsible for our losses. I don't know, but we have to hope. We have to try, Lyle.
I suppose you're right.
Don't let your losses stymie you. What the fuck is that word? Stymie you. We can't stop grieving, no, but we can't let our sorrows imprison us. It's not what our loved ones would have wanted. Instead, why don't we need to channel our fears and tears into ensuring that others don't face our own fate, to prevent any more losses than we've already suffered. Easier said than done, I know, but I'll be struggling with you. I'll be working on the same by your side. Look at Lyle, what? That surprise, though. I'm concerned about that little surprised face, though.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Promise me you won't give up? Look! This dude be hesitating every 5 seconds.
I promise. You promise me too?
Look, I'm onto his shit already. Look at Alia in the corner. She's like, I saw you hesitating, boy. Girl. Thing. It. Creature. Of course! I'm the one who came up with the whole thing. Lyle takes a deep breath before managing the slightest of smiles, nodding at me in affirmation. Then they stop in their tracks and I jolt back because our hands are still knit together. What? I follow Lyle's eyes and gasp. Kylan. Oh no, what's going on with Kylan? He's too far away for me to see. For me to see properly, but that's got to be him. I squint to see him better, albeit in vain. His back is to us, and he's kneeling over something. Monsters. They're hurt, or at least they must be. Why else would they be lying limp on the ground? His arms are constantly moving above them, although I can't for the life of me deduce what he's doing.
He's trying to find a cure, Ilya, don't worry. He's putting a little shot in them. Trying to see if he can cure the plague yet or not. There you go.
Forgetting my reservations, I begin rushing towards him. It's been so long since I last saw him, I worried. Lyle tugs me back. Lyle. Boy. It. Thing. Girl. Creature. What?
Ilya, wait. We have to be careful.
What are you talking about? It's Kylan. We know him. He went missing the same day you did, and I haven't seen him since. Haven't you been worried too?
Of course it was, but look at him. Why in the name of the Mother of Souls would he be here right now? I thought he was supposed to be retired. What in the world is he doing above the monsters? He's trying to vaccinate them. He's trying to cure the plague. There you go, Lyle. You can thank me later. Why haven't they poofed yet? Is he letting them live? Why? Why hasn't he defeated them and moved on? Because he's trying to cure the plague. He's trying to cure the plague, Lyle. You can thank me later. I love you.
I freeze as I absorb Lyle's words. Maybe Lyle has a point, but I can't help but think they are just overreacting about this. What should I say to them?
He's trying to cure the plague, Lyle. That's what I'm going to try to say to him. He's trying to cure the plague, Lyle. Don't worry about it. I love you. Love you, baby.
You're right. Thanks for the warning. You're right. Thanks for the warning.
Wait, you're agreeing with me?
Okay, well, now you saying that makes me want to disagree with you. Of course. Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, always.
Of course, that certainly doesn't mean we won't be going up to talk to him. Lyle groans.
Hey, Leah.
Come on, aren't you curious yourself?
Not enough to risk our safety.
Don't be such a baby. Kylan's not going to attack us. And if he does, well, we have a good partnership going. I'm sure we'll easily be able to defeat him.
Not if he turns those monsters in front of him against us somehow.
The monsters in front of him happen to be as good as dead. Seriously, you have a tendency to worry too much. Come on, Lyle, let's go.
As you wish, I guess.
I smile up at them as encouragingly as I can, and they snort. Well, if anything, I suppose I should be glad Kylan's here. His presence has eased the mood and our fears more than any words of comfort could possibly have. Lyle's present worries seem to have overridden the fears of the ghosts of their past and future. Kylan turns around, his eyes widening as we approach. He turns back and quickly packs up before rushing towards us. Ilya, you're here! What a coincidence!
What are you doing here?
Their voice is distant and hostile, and I nudge them with my elbow. They cough before repeating themselves, their voice slightly mellower. I nod in approval. I haven't seen you in forever. Have you been all right? I've been great. Thanks for asking. You're clearly not. He makes a face and gestures towards the blood adorning my clothes. I shrug. Most of it's not mine, and the bits that are, well, I'll survive. I hate to be cocky, but I'm not too shabby a fighter.
You're a great fighter is what you are. You deserve to be cocky.
I nudge them again, my cheeks coloring, and they quiet down.
Shut up, Lyle! Shut up! Here comes the elbow!
I'm glad you're safe, at least, Ilya. I notice Kylan doesn't even offer Lyle so much as a glance of acknowledgement, and I raise my brow. What is up with these petty people? Petty people! Were you one of the people dispatched here to deal with the monsters? Yes, we were. I take pains to emphasize that we, and Lal straightens their back, causing me to snort. I take pains to emphasize the we, and Lal straightens their back, causing me to snort. What about you? What were you doing here? Oh, I was
trying to vaccinate the monsters to cure the plague. You're welcome, Kylan. Thank me later. Love you, baby.
Kylan finally glances at Lyle, and he smiles pleasantly at them. On an errand for the king, you know. On an errand for the king, you see. That's... Lyle's about to shout something, but they stifle themselves midway, fuming. Only look up at Kylan in shock. He knows the king? What? Kylan's smile only broadens, and he begins to guffaw. Guffaw! Jaffa! I'm only kidding. Apologies about any potential misunderstandings. I frown, especially as Lyle grits their teeth and tenses up some more. Oh. Yeah, you were a little snitch to us the past few roots, Lyle. Everyone's gonna gang up on ya.
Prepare your anus.
So, what are you doing here exactly? No jesting this time, please. Nothing of importance. It's just that some of the monster's remains can make for potent potion ingredients. Oh? The teeth of your average cave bat, for example, can cure a migraine in a heartbeat. You have to grind it up, of course, to eat it. I usually add it to syrup for taste. That sounds bizarre, but it doesn't feel like a lie. Carlin did say he was into making potions. What potion are you working on now? That the monsters we fought today could help with? Nothing that great. Just a few HP potions. Huh? HP, oh no. Healing potions, that is. I see. Speaking of potions, the potion you gave me before hasn't done anything. I wonder if I've done something wrong? Oh, is that so? I apologize, Alia. That's horrid. Somehow he doesn't sound particularly surprised. I furrow my brows. It couldn't have been anything on your end. I must have made a miscalculation somewhere. I'll try brewing something new. Hopefully the next one works. I glanced down at my feet. I'm eager for anything, any chance of curing the blackouts for good. But Lyle might be right. What if I can't trust Kylan? It's strange that he'd have come to the very place and time when an attack was happening to collect ingredients. Selfish, too. How could he be focusing on experiments when people are dying?
Because he's trying to cure the plague, Alien. Thank me later.
I think I'm just gonna keep saying that in the entire episode.
He's trying to cure the plague, Alien. Thank me later. I love you.
There must be more to his story, but I don't know if I want to hear it. I already know it! He's trying to cure the plague! Thank me later. It's possible that he means harm, but his suspiciousness combined with Lyle's own doubts about him form a gnawing sense of dread and doubt in my stomach.
Give it to me first. I don't trust you with her.
Alia, are you alright with being the first tester or not? Oh no, I understand if you want. I send an apologetic glance towards both Lyle and Kylan. Lyle shakes their head in resignation. I don't know, but I'm grateful you're offering regardless. Let me think about it. Anyway, I'm jealous of your abilities. I wish I could make potions myself. You could come handy during quests. No, it's usually much cheaper to buy potions. I'm just an eccentric of sorts.
Uh-huh. I see. Well, thanks for telling us what you're doing. Alien, now that the mystery has been settled, shall we go? I don't see many of the other warriors here anymore. Our carriage is probably waiting for us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sure, let's go. Kylan, do you need a ride with us? He smiles at me and shakes his head. No, that's quite all right, but thank you for the offer. See you another day, perhaps? Yeah, see you around. Lyle doesn't say a word in farewell as we turn around and head back for the town entrance, and they look almost sick to their stomach. But why? Oh, I know why.
Nice. I love it. It's so great. Look at this place. Wow. So wonderful. But I think I'm gonna... Oh my god, I just realized that my volume was lower than... Oh my god, I just realized my audio on my computer was low. No wonder why it seemed so quiet. Oh my god, I feel like an ass. Oh my god, I am such an ass. Oh well, it was only down 30%, then it was only on 70%, so I mean, it couldn't be too much of a difference, right? But oh my god, I feel like an ass. I am so sorry. I just noticed that. I'm just as I was about to end the episode. Oh my god, I'm an ass! I'm an ass! Ugh, I feel like an ass. Oh my god. Anyway guys, I'm gonna end this episode here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. At least this game doesn't have actual voices, so at least you didn't have to not hear them speaking, so... Because if it was voiced, I would feel like even more of an asshole, but at least it was just music, right? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this episode here. If you guys enjoyed this episode of AIRIS, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!